Hey YouTubers, it is Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and this is the chapter from Gretchen Rubin's book, Outer Order, Inner Calm. This is the one about helpful habits. Because we can all want to decrease the clutter in our house, but there's really good habits that we can put into practice that can help us to keep up with the clutter, because clutter is clutter and there's no way to get around it. We all have it. We all just need to control it. And I have some of the things that are from the book, from the chapter Helpful Habits. These are not all of them. I could probably go on longer if I went through all of them. I am encouraging any of you who have actually listened to these videos that I've done on the book, and I encourage you to get the book yourself and read it. I read it. I had it on Audible, and so Gretchen Rubin actually reads the book to you, and that's a great way to do it. You could actually get the book and actually read it, however you choose to do it. But I'm kind of giving you the things of what worked for me, but there is more to this book than I'm going to be able to convey to you. So these are just a few of the helpful habits that can help you on your road to controlling and working on the clutter in your house. So here we go. Okay, don't put it down, put it away. This is so true. It's like things move around, but where is their home? Julie Morgenstern, Organizing from the Inside Out. She talks about everything having a home. And once you know where the home is, you can put it away pretty quick because you know where it goes. So that's important. So don't put it down, put it away. The 1 minute rule. There are a ton of things that you can do that take 1 minute to do. Going through your mail and chucking the credit card offers and that come in that you don't want. You can go through your mail pretty quick. That can take less than a minute. Hanging up your coat. Making your bed. Making my bed doesn't really take me that long. I can do it in about a minute. So there are a lot of things that you can do in a minute, and look for those things and do them every day. When you go room to room, take something with you. What I do relating to this is my laundry, my washer and dryer is down in my basement. And there's times where something that's up here needs to go down there. And so if I'm going downstairs anyway to put something from the washer into the dryer, I might as well take that thing with me, because then that's one less trip because I've already done something. And you're making a good use of your steps by doing that. So I take something downstairs if it needs to go there. And that's how I do that one. Procrasticlear. This is a term that Gretchen Rubin uses, but there are times where you can get up in the morning and you have something that you need to do, but it's not something you really want to do. And a lot of times you can end up seeing a shelf or a desktop or something like that, that you're like, well, I need to clear this off. I need to declutter this space before I'm getting down to the thing that I don't want to do. I mean, a lot of times they do talk about doing of the errands, of the things you need to do. Do the thing you really don't want to do first and get it out of the way. It's easier said than done. I have done it before, but it is hard. But if you find yourself kind of clearing clutter and organizing when you really know there's this thing that you're supposed to do that you just haven't gotten to and you're putting it off, that's procrastinating. That's what that is. This one doesn't really apply to me because I kind of live here by myself, so the whole house is mine. But if you're living like I was living for a long time with 3 sons and a husband, now my ex-husband, he kind of always said, well, it's really your house. I only live here, you know, because I kind of had it controlled of how I wanted things. But once we had 1 or 2 kids gone, the smallest bedroom became kind of his room for all of his, because he was a computer programmer, so it had all of his computer stuff in there. And I was happy to have it be localized. And so it wasn't all over the house. It was just in this room. It could be a mess. If he knew where everything was, I could close the door. I didn't have to look at it. But if you're in a situation where you live in a house with other people, there's an area that I think everybody has to have that kind of calls it their own. And maybe that's a desk in the corner of your bedroom that's just yours. Nobody else messes with any of it. It's totally yours. Where everything is, how it is, it's yours. Nobody uses it but you. That's important. I think that's important for everybody in a house to have their space when y'all live together. Me here, it's like I don't have to deal with that because there isn't anybody here but me for the most part. So anyway, that's make a certain space kind of yours, for your stuff. And that will give you peace. It really will. It really will. This is interesting. I think I've done this before, but she talks about a travel tidy up. If you're waiting to get on a plane, a train, a bus, or maybe, this could even be you're meeting a friend for lunch and you're way early. They're not late, but you're way early. You could just take the time to clean out your purse while you're sitting there. It's an easy thing to do. And then it ends up being lighter. And then you feel like, oh, wow, I know where everything is in my purse. Because a lot of times things get into a purse. And after a while, you're not sure where everything is anymore. But after you go through that and you check and you get your change out of there and all this kind of stuff, it makes you feel better. So, do that little tidy up when you have those minutes where you're in between where you're going. Oh, this is good. Okay. It is easier to keep up than it is to catch up. And this is so true. I always told my boys before they moved into an apartment, I told them, I said, if you clean that bathroom once a week, it can only get so bad. But if you go a whole month and you haven't cleaned the bathroom, it's a bigger job. So if you keep up with everything instead of catching up with everything, it's less work. It's less work. And you will keep your sanity, you will keep your peace, if because things don't get out of hand that way. It doesn't get out of hand. So that's a good thing. Oh, this is a good one. I have never done this. I have never done this, but I'm thinking maybe I will if I have a hard time sleeping. She talks about if you can't sleep, clear clutter. So you're getting out of bed, you're not turning the TV on, you're not on your phone, you're just doing a quiet activity, and maybe do that for 20 minutes. It might relax you. And then you go back to bed and you go to sleep. Maybe you still don't get to sleep, but when you wake up in the morning, well, that place that you decluttered actually looks a little bit better. And when you wake up, you see that, and maybe you start your day off better. Who knows? Who knows? Shopping smart. I liked what she said here because I work in a kitchen boutique store. So this kind of it kind of gave me an insight to the people who are coming in to shop. And I have thought about this. But number one, if you're just talking about you, not walking into the store in the first place. Because a lot of times you could want to go into a store and just look around. You really shouldn't go into a store unless there's a specific reason that you're going into that store to buy a specific thing. You go to where that specific thing is, you buy it, and you walk out. You're not in that store very long. You could do it to where you don't do a cart or a basket. You can only carry so much. And I've done that before too. And then I drop things. Yeah, doesn't always work. But that's a good thing too. This was the really hard thing is she said no free samples, because if you sample something, you're probably going to buy it, which, yeah, a lot of times I do. But I love the free samples. And in the store where I work, we have samples of dip, crackers, pretzels. We have alcoholic, a canned wine that we taste for people. We have lots of samples. I call it a mini Costco because it's a really small store, but we have a lot of samples. And people do buy. But I don't know. I don't agree when it comes to the samples. To me, I like to sample something before I buy it. If I know that I really like the taste of it, I'm not going to feel like I've wasted money because I have bought something that I didn't know what it tasted like, and then I bought it and didn't like it. To me, I do think there is a useful reason for samples, and me personally, I love samples. When I go into Costco, I want to eat lunch when I'm in there. I want to come out and not be hungry because I've tried the samples. That's just me. The other thing, and this made me conscious of the people who come into the store where I work. The longer somebody is in the store, the more they're probably going to buy. You know, if they didn't see anything that they liked, they'd be in, they'd be out, and they'd be gone. But if they're still in the store and it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's a long time. And more than likely, The longer somebody is in a store, the more you will end up buying. So first, don't go into the store at all. Second, if you go into the store, no cart, no basket. And then if you are in the store, don't stay in the store for very long. And that will save you money. Absolutely. So these are just a few of the little helpful habits. There are more, but I have been going for 15 minutes. And I just, I want to encourage all of you to, if you like what I have talked about, and this has been of value and it's helped you the way that it's helped me, it's worth getting her book. It really is. And she has a podcast that I listen to every week. She has other books that she's written. One about the five senses. That one was really interesting. She just has a way of thinking about things, and it just makes you really think, And she's a very, very smart lady, very smart. So anyway, this is helpful habits to go along with the other things that we have talked about. The next and final video on this book is about adding beauty to your home. Because we all want to have beauty in our house. And that's the very last chapter, is talking about adding beauty and how to do that. So that will be next week's video. And so please give me a thumbs up, comment, tell me if this book, the things we've been talking about, are they things that you've put into practice? What have you learned from all of this? Have you put anything into practice and done some of these things? The minimalism game that I did in September was so much fun, and I still have so much more stuff to get rid of. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. But anyway, comment, like, share, subscribe. I would love that. So until next time, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Bye.